So hi guys, welcome back to XGamingWolf. Today I have created a compilation of all the NFS games from 94 to 2021. And now I know that if you are someone who is of my age or like around my age, like somewhere between 25 or 30, somewhere between that, or even if you're 20 years old, you must have like played most of these games. Like when we were young, we had a normal like Pentium 2 or Pentium 3 computers, and we used to play all of these games, like all of like the nostalgia and everything. So I just thought of making a compilation of all of these games, starting with NFS and NFS Sen and the Hot Pursuit that came out with like Ferrari being the main car of in between all of that. There were mods at that time as well, I guess, but I don't really remember. Then different sort. I remember one of the car was a Lotus car at that time, quite a famous one. But the graphics at that time were like did not change a lot. Just the missions and the maps and everything was changed from a period of 94 to 99 and stuff like that. And but as soon as we started going in 2000, where the Porsche Unleashed, NFS Porsche Unleashed was released, the graphics started to become better and better as by each of the games, because we started having more development in the chipset industry and the graphics industry, the designing industry. As you guys can see the difference between the Hot Pursuit before and now the Hot Pursuit 2 in 2002. I remember when this game came out, I was actually quite excited and mesmerized by this graphics. Can you imagine even this much graphics was like, oh my god, like it was so beautiful. Even the sounds that are there in the background were like so much same. And then came NFS Underground. Now the best part of Underground, I would say, was the night races. Now the night, it was so cool. It in particular, it looked like a nightlife that we live and stuff like that. Always found it very cool. I remember playing this on my PlayStation 2 at that time. Then they launched an upgrade. Previously the Underground was very lit, I mean with the lights and everything. It was very attractive. Then later on in 2004, even they made it more attractive by like making the guidelines or the arrows like very shiny as well, which is very cool. And then came NFS Most Wanted. I don't even know what to say about this game. Like this was the best game that we had in 2005. I don't even remember how many times I have finished this game. Like from the Blacklist 1 to going Blacklist 15 to going all the way to Blacklist 1, and like Cayman and Suka and everything. That was the best. Then came Carbon. Carbon came out after Most Wanted. I would not say it was better than Most Wanted, but it was definitely a nice one, a night version, I would say. It was really cool. The controls of this game was slightly very buttery, if you understand what I mean. The car used to slip a lot. Then came NFS Pro Street. Again, I played this one in the PlayStation 2 as well. The Pro Street was also very nice. When the advertisement and everything was happening, it was usually in a racetrack of this one, like with the numbers and everything that they have on the cars. Anyways, it was a cool game, but it was not as good as Most Wanted again. Then came NFS Undercover. Again, it was not up to the mark. Even the graphics were not up to the mark, to be honest. I don't know, for some reason they tried to make it more realistic, but it was not giving that vibe of like, of like you're actually like racing is something like really good. Yes, this is where things started to change. NFS shift. I guess this came out on the PlayStation 3, I guess, at that time. PlayStation 3 was a trademark console where we went from playing on, I guess it was VGA or just normal graphics. Then we came to HDMI, and the graphics were like completely changed after that. NFS Nitro. The graphics of this game was quite okay, not that great, I would say. As you guys can see that it looked really childish, to be honest. Then came NFS World. NFS World was also very nice with the graphics and everything. Looked more like NFS Shift, of course. NFS Shift and Most Wanted, a combination. The graphics were better, definitely. More cleaner, less pixelated, more smoother, of course. Then came Hot Pursuit. Hot Pursuit of 2010 was like, Hot Pursuit has always been the trademark of NFS, because each time Hot Pursuit comes, you know that there is going to be an upgrade in the graphics. Like Hot Pursuit 1, then came 2, then the Hot Pursuit of 2010. There are like literally a lot of different, like huge difference in the graphics. Then came NFS Shift to Unleashed. This was also very nice, like with the graphics and everything, since PS3 had given so much flexibility to all the gaming companies to make like better games with more graphics and better graphics actually. Then NFS Run, one of the best storylines of NFS. I remember playing NFS Run. I was so surprised that it was actually just one huge run. So it was like you have to reach from one point to another point. That is how the entire game was. Quite impressive, very very impressive with the Shelby car, that the Mustang that we had in the game. It was very nice. Then came the Most Wanted. I was very surprised to realize that it was not the Blacklist Most Wanted that they released in 2012. Unfortunately, it was just a normal Most Wanted. I was expecting the Blacklist thing to come back, but unfortunately it did not. Then came on the Rivals game. Rivals also was nice, but after Most Wanted, pretty much all the games seemed similar to me. I don't know why. Some reason it felt like I was like driving the same Porsche. I was like driving on the same road and everything. But yeah, the graphics was definitely up to the mark. No Limits. I'm not really sure where I played this one. I don't remember whether it was a console or maybe just an SDK or something like that. I'm not sure. But then came NFS 2015. This was also really cool, super cool. The controlling and the nitros and everything was very nice.
We're gonna get locked in.
Payback was released back into again in 2017 with a huge upgrade in the graphics. New cars, of course. They had I guess it was from this one only where they started they started having cars like Koenigsegg, Regera and Agera, and then came Heat. I remember I had a 1030 graphic card at this time. I was playing it on a computer and it was lagging a lot. Alright, thank you so much for watching guys. That will be all, and I'll see you around. Bye.